What's up, everyone? Today I'm breaking down my December distance night where I ran an 11:24:3200, which is a lifetime PR in the 2 mile. I'm going to walk through the entire session, the warm-up, the build-up, the race itself, splits, heart rate, and what this actually says about my fitness right now. This was all done on the track, so pacing and execution really matter here. So starting with the warm-up, I ran 1.19 miles at 9:24 pace. Super relaxed, nothing forced. Average heart rate was 137 BPM, which is exactly where you want it. Not too low, not creeping too high. This tells me my aerobic system was already warmed up without wasting energy. You can see from the map, I stayed mostly smooth around the track. No random surges, just letting the legs wake up naturally. This kind of warm-up is really important before a hard 2 mile because if you spike your heart rate early, you pay for it later. After, I did 2 sets of slow, medium, fast. It was only 0.51 miles total, but the purpose here isn't distance, it's rhythm. Average pace was 840, heart rate 147, which means I was starting to recruit faster fibers without fully tapping into race effort. This the kind of stuff that makes the first lap of a race feel controlled instead of panicky. Then came 50-meter strides with 50 meters walking in between. Only 0.21 miles total, but this part is huge mentally. Heart rate actually dropped to 103 BPM, which tells me I was relaxed and not forcing speed. Strides aren't about going all out. They're about how reminding your body helps you move more efficiently. At this point, I felt locked in. Quick transition jog before the main effort. Nothing crazy here. This is where you mentally flip the switch from training to race. Now the main run, 32:18 meters, basically a full 2 miles. Final time, 11:24. That's a 5:36 average pace, and it gave me PRs in both the mile and the 2 mile. This wasn't a fluke. This was controlled, planned, and executed cleanly. Let's talk splits. Mile 1, 5:39. Mile 2, 5:35. That's a negative split, which is exactly what you want in a 2 mile. Heart rate climbed from 156 to 175, which shows I didn't go anaerobic too early. I saved that suffering for the second half where it really matters. If you look at the pace graph, you can see some small spikes. That's normal on a track, but there's no major fall off, which means strength and aerobic fitness are both there. Fastest split hit 5:10 pace, which tells me I still had some top end left. What this run really shows is that my endurance scaling is moving up. An 11:24 2 mile puts me in a really strong spot for breaking 5:20 to 5:15 in the mile soon, breaking sub 18 for 3 miles consistently, and holding faster paces without redlining too early. This fact that my second mile was faster tells me this wasn't just speed, it was aerobic control. Finished off with a short 0.20 mile cooldown, just enough to flush the legs. Overall, this was one of those sessions where everything clicked. Pacing, prep, mindset. Overall, when I say everything clicked, pacing, prep, mindset, this is what I mean. And here's the advice piece that actually matters. Pacing-wise, the biggest mistake in the 2 mile is letting adrenaline dictate the first lap. I didn't do that here. I stayed controlled early, let the race come to me, and that's why the second mile is faster. If you're racing the 3200, your goal should be to feel almost too relaxed for the first 600 to 800 meters. If it feels hard that early, you're already in trouble. Prep is what allowed pacing to happen. The warm-up was rushed. Strides were smooth, and nothing was forced. A lot of runners skip this part or half do it, then wonder why the first mile feels awful. If your warm-up is right, your body already knows the pace when the gun goes off. There's no shock. Mindset is the final piece. During the run, I wasn't thinking about the final time. I was thinking about staying strong, staying tall, relaxing my arms, and keeping rhythm down the straights. When you start obsessing over splits mid-race, that's when tension creeps in. Focus on form and effort, not the clock. The time follows. If you're trying to run a faster mile, 2 mile, or even 5K, the takeaway is simple. Don't chase fitness on race day. Build it in training. Trust your preparation and execute calmly. That's how PRs actually happen. Not from forcing it, but from letting the work show up when it matters. Okay, if you want more Strava breakdowns like this, workouts, races, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what run you want analyzed next. I'll see you in the next one.